Today I'm gonna be reading some interesting and maybe controversial Ninjago hot takes. I went on Reddit and asked Ninjago fans a question. What are your most interesting or controversial Ninjago hot takes? Now, because I only watched season 1 of Dragon's Rising, I stated that I would rather see some original Ninjago hot takes. After waiting a few days, I went on Reddit to see if anybody replied, and I got a lot of comments, so let's read them. I'm not a fan of the Weekend Whip. Pop songs just aren't my thing, and also it was a tone killer to have it run at the start of every episode. Okay, well, this is definitely a controversial one, and I've never met anyone who hates this song. Actually, when season 1 of Dragon's Rising came out with a different intro, everyone was complaining that they want the old song back. I don't agree with this one. I think the Weekend Whip is so iconic, but of course, we listen and we don't judge. Also, this song has multiple versions. While the original one made it boring, there are also some bangers like season 4 or 5. Hands of Time also had a good intro actually. I don't like the Oni trilogy, but I like season 7 and 11. That's a crazy one. Alright, season 7 wasn't the worst, but season 11 just sucks. But come on, how can you not like the Oni trilogy? It's one of the best things about Ninjago. The March of the Oni is incredibly overrated, but Sons of Garmadon and Hunted are some of the best seasons ever. Inner Steel is a genuinely good song, it just didn't fit well for the ending of season 15. We listen and we don't judge, guys. Everyone has different tastes in music. I personally don't like these weird pop songs in movies and shows, but everyone can have their own opinion. Well, at least it's better than We Rise. Dragon's Rising theme is not that bad, it just doesn't hit the same as the fourth songs. Well, in my opinion, We Rise is probably the worst Ninjago song, and there's nothing more I can say. If Ninjago actually ended on season 2, it would be one of the most overrated shows I've ever seen. Agreed. Imagine releasing the most popular Lego show only to end it after 2 years. Ninjago came out over 14 years ago and had some incredible seasons and stories, so I can't even imagine it ending at season 2. There's a chance many of us wouldn't even know it existed for a while. The absolute worst is one of my all-time episodes of Ninjago. It's been a while since I watched season 11, so I don't really know what that episode was about. The only thing I know is that it had awful animation, and yeah, normal animation is way better. Come on, look, what is this? Zane's first death montage looks so goofy I couldn't take it seriously. It looks like a Windows Movie Maker. Well, I don't specialize in animation, so maybe you're right, maybe. The final battle wasn't that good. Could have been better. Lloyd defeats Ninjago's ultimate evil that has existed for thousands of years in about 2 minutes? Agreed, I'm not a fan of that episode either. While getting onto that tower was challenging, Lloyd easily defeated the Overlord. The odd designs actually suck. Honestly, it depends on the character. For example, I think Jay really had a glow up and is now probably the best looking ninja. And Nia also had a glow up, but Kai, Cole and Lloyd in my opinion looked better than before. Season 2 was boring. I agree to some point. I think there were some cool moments like when Lloyd became older or when the ninja traveled back in time, but most of the time it was just average. Seabound is really bad and overrated. Now, I genuinely love Seabound, but mainly because of the last 2 episodes, which were probably the best season final in Ninjago. Although yes, the biggest part of the season could have been done better, but trust me, there are way worse seasons. There is no good villain in Dragon's Rising. As someone who only watched season 1, I can't really say anything. Season 1 was good, but then I just lost interest. Original Ninjago is just better. Harumi is a terrible character, especially in Crystallized. Well, what can I say? This is probably another person hating on Harumi because she manipulated Lloyd, but come on, what do you want from a villain? To be nice to him? Her job was to traumatize the Green Ninja and she did it great. Speaking of Crystallized, maybe they could have done better with her. After all, she kind of became good at the end of season 9, and then came back evil again, but still having feelings for Lloyd. That was indeed complicated and confusing. Jay stopped being interesting when he isolated himself from everything and everyone because of Nia. He said that nobody remembered Nia as if he was the only one who missed her. His little world was limited to Nia, and the tantrum he threw because Kai spilled the bodies with water to the point of fighting is the height of his childishness. I don't think that's a hot take, it's just how it is. Jay became depressed and locked himself in a tower in the middle of nowhere, talking to a cup of water. I get that he missed her as they were close to each other, but Kai was her brother and handled it so much better. It's ridiculous that the script makes everyone forgive the ninjas for releasing Esphira. Yeah, the ninja are the bad ones for this, there's no denying that, but do you know who should be in jail? Master Wu. I can't even count how many times he hid something from the ninja and then the city was in trouble. He's been their teacher for a very long time and still every season he has a new story for them about how he was a bad and not responsible guy in the past. Seabound wasn't that good, and Nia's sacrifice was boring since it's so obvious she's gonna be brought back the next season. I disagree with the first part. The last episode of Seabound was really cool, and I liked how Nia sacrificed herself to save Jay. But yeah, they brought her back too soon. Crystallized has a lot of mistakes, and honestly, the entire first part of the season sucks. So that's it for today's video. I hope you liked it. If so, like and subscribe. You can also write your own Ninjago hot takes in the comments if you want to appear in the next video.